Okay, today we are going to talk about 2D shapes. Some of these shapes you've practiced over and over and over since you were a little baby. But as second graders, we are going to go over them. We're going to talk about the sides, what their name is called, and we're going to make a poster all together and hang it up at the front of the class. That way we have it always to look back on, okay? So we're going to make a poster that is our 2D shapes. Are you ready? I'm excited. So the first one is probably going to be a little bit easy for you because, again, it's something that you've learned your whole life since you were little. The first one is a circle. So I'm going to draw a circle and label it. And I want somebody to tell me how many sides are in a circle. And if you said 0, you're right. So I'm going to put a 0 in it, which kind of looks like another circle, but you get it. The next one we are going to do, which looks similar to a circle, but it's just a little bit different, is an oval. So we make it. So do you see how the circle is just more completely round and the oval is a little bit thinner and more spread out? So we're going to label it oval. And again, it is similar to the circle, so how many sides do you think it has? If you say 0, you're right. It has 0 sides. And the colors don't make a difference. I'm just doing it to be colorful. So the next shape that we are going to do is a parallelogram. Okay? So I'm going to draw it first and then we're going to talk about it. So we have our sides. And then I'm going to label it, of course, parallelogram. Parallelogram. So if you can look at it, you can see that the parallelogram has 4 sides. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we see that it has 4 sides, but it's a little bit sideways. So it's not the same as a square. Although a square, as you will see again in a minute, has 4 sides also. We're just going to write 4. I'm going to scoot this back so I can write. The next shape we are going to do is a rectangle. So, who can tell me how many sides a rectangle has? If you say 4, you're right. And I would like to know if you can tell me if all 4 of the sides are equal, because that would be a square. So a rectangle is not a square. It has 2 long pieces and 2 short pieces. So we're going to do a short piece, long piece, short, and long. And we're going to label it rectangle. And like we just said a minute ago, it has 4 sides. And then we're going to talk about, we're going to give a break of the boxes and the 4 sides a little bit. We're going to go backwards and we're going to do triangles. So if you remember, there's different ways that triangles can look. They still have 3 sides, but I'm going to draw 2 different ones to show you that a triangle can still be a triangle, but just look a little bit different. So first we're going to go down and over, and that one has, let's count, 1, 2, 3 sides, so it's still considered a triangle, even though it looks a little bit different. And then one that you're probably more used to seeing is still obviously a 3-sided triangle, but you're going to go down, down, and over. And again, that has 3 sides, and we're going to label it triangle. Okay, so now we're going back to squares, back to the 4-sided polygons, or 2D shapes, 2-dimensional shapes. So we're going to draw a square, and that has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and it is a square. 1 second. Next, let's review. So we have a circle with 0 sides that you've pretty much known. This is really should just be review. An oval, again, 0 sides, and then rectangle over here with 4 sides, your 3-sided triangles, and your 4-sided square. The only thing that might be kind of starting to get new is a parallelogram, which is a 4-sided object also. So now we're going to move and create a trapezoid. Okay, this might be semi-fresh to some of you, but it is a 4-sided shape, but it looks different than a square, it looks different than your 4-sided rectangle, and it looks different than your parallelogram. But it still has 4 sides. And that is labeled a trapezoid. So whenever you see a shape like this that has sort of a shorter top, outward sides, and then a long bottom, that is called a trapezoid. And next we are going to create a rhombus. I think that it kind of looks like a diamond, but because of the way that it is laid out, a rhombus is like a diamond where it's out and then it comes back down to the bottom. It has 4 sides, but we don't call it a diamond, we call it a rhombus. So that might be tricky to get used to, but we'll work with it. Rhombus. Okay, now we are going to start going into the shapes that we're going to do a shape that has 5 sides, 6 sides, 7, 8, 9, and even 10 sides today. There are shapes beyond that, but right now we're just going to focus on the ones that go up to 10. Okay, the next shape we're going to do is a pentagon. And I already have it drawn for you. I already jumped on that step. So it is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I labeled it with 5 sides, and that is a pentagon. Pentagon. Okay. The next one we are going to do is a hexagon. So let me move it over here so you can see. And the hexagon, can anybody guess how many sides it might have if we just did one that had 5? 6. You're right. Good job. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 6 sides, and it is called a hexagon. Okay, next we are going to use this green color, and we are going to do one that has 7 sides. This 7-sided shape is a heptagon. Can everybody say it with me? Heptagon. Okay, so we're going to draw our 7 sides first. We're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to go down a little bit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, these bigger ones start to get a little bit tricky, but it's okay. So we have 7 sides, and that is called a heptagon. And if you notice, I'm underlining the first part of these words, starting with the 5-sided polygon, and that is because you'll notice the rest of the pattern that all of the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and beyond, the shapes end in gon, G-O-N. So everything before that is what signifies and gives them that name of heptagon, which hepta is for 7, and stuff like that. So that's why I'm underlining it. That's if you're curious as to why I'm doing that. The next one we are going to do an 8-sided shape, which is called an octagon. Okay? So we'll draw it first. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have our 8 sides. We're going to draw an 8, and then it is called an octagon, okay? So we have our name. And again, we're going to underline the first part of it. The next one is a 9-sided shape. Okay, so these are probably all brand new to you, and that's okay. This is why we're going to have this, is so that we can always look back and be like, wait, what does the 9-sided shape look like? What is it called? It's hard, and we'll get there, okay? So don't worry. We're all pretty new to this, so it'll be working together, okay? So we're going to draw a 9-sided polygon, which is called a non-agon. Kind of close to 9, but a little bit different. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shapes. I mean 9 sides. Can you see it down there? It's kind of hard. And then I'm going to write nonagon. Okay, and the last one that we're going to write on our poster today is our 10-sided shape, our 10-sided polygon, and that is going to be called a decagon because it is huge. Decagon, okay? So let's draw it first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 whole sides. So much. And that is called, again, a decagon. Okay? So let's review. We have our circle that has 0 sides, oval that has 0, parallelogram that has 4, rectangle that has 4, triangle that has 3, square that has 4, trapezoid that has 4, rhombus that has 4, and then we start our gons. Our pentagon has 5, hexagon has 6, heptagon has 7, octagon has 8, nonagon has 9, and a decagon has 10. Okay, so now we're going to work at our tables, and we're going to just kind of free draw some of our shapes, and I want you to try to label them. Okay, and I'm going to come around and check. Thanks.